Hello guys, my name is Shirsh and in this video we will discuss about Flutter interview questions. So basically this is a part 1. So in this video we will discuss about top 10 Flutter interview questions, and apart from another questions we will discuss in next part. So without taking time, let's get start. So first question is, what is Flutter? So basically Flutter is an open source UI development kit that is developed by Google, and mainly it's uses for creating application for all the platforms like Android, iOS, macOS, Linux, Windows, and also Google Fuchsia in the future. So main thing is that we can create applications for all the platform easily by a single code base. And also one main thing is like Google is Flutter is not a language. Flutter is a SDK, and Flutter app uses basically Dart programming language for creating our applications. Second question is, what is Dart? So basically, as you already mentioned in a first question, that Flutter using Dart for a programming language. So interviewer maybe ask you like, what is Dart? So Dart is basically open source programming language developed by Google in 2011, and main key purpose of Dart programming language is to creating a front-end user interface for mobile and web apps. Basically, Dart is a client optimized language, and you can say a more productive language for creating applications for multiple platform development, and also it quite similar to C and Java in terms of syntax, so it's quite easy to learn. So third question is, what are the Flutter widgets? So basically Flutter widget are the modern framework UI inspired by React, and center key idea is to providing a beautiful UI, and you can say a widget describe what their views should look like and give current configuration and its state, like text widget, row, column, all things are in a screen. They are basically a widget, and if you want to updating any state in widget tree, like if you want to updating any items of child items by the any parent screen, so you can easily do in a Flutter applications. So fourth question is, what do you mean by state of widget? So basically state is the information that can be read synchronously when the widget is built, and might change in during a lifetime of widget. Like I just want to say a simple example, like whenever you created a application from the scratch, you are able to see there is a number counter applications Flutter you provided, and whenever you pressing a floating action button, so state is updated, like text widget state is updated by the one, and its number counter incremented by +1. So what exactly they are doing? They are updating state of the widget, text state of the widget, and number is incremented whenever you pressing a floating action button. So fifth question is, what is the difference between stateless and stateful widget in a Flutter? So basically stateless widget cannot change its state during a runtime of Flutter applications. Means it calling only once UI rendering, and you cannot be updating its sections internally. Means if you want to showing any UI only once, so stateless widget is useful. But in other end, whenever you want to updating UI, and you can say dynamic changes at the runtime, stateful widget is useful. Like login page or registration page, it's kind of example of stateful widget, because on that time you are updating its state in a runtime, text with state or maybe a button state you are updating. But in other end, like if you just want to showing any detailed view like event detail or form detail, so on that time stateless widget is useful. This question is, what is stateful widget lifecycle? So basically it's included 7 method So it started from the create state. So create state is calling when you want to creating a stateful widget. So it started from the create state because state is creation after it. So after that init state is calling. So it's called when the widget is created. It's quite similar to on create or view did load if you already aware about Android or iOS developments. So it's quite similar in there. Uh, After init state, did change dependency is calling. So it only call once when widget tree is created, and also it's calling after init state. Then build method is calling. It's quite important because whatever UI action you are want to be performing, so all the widget tree items you want to showing in a screen, so all widgets tree are included in there. So inside of build method you are performing your UI graphical interface in there, and did update widget is calling. So this method is call once when widget is built up, and also main thing is that whenever you updating UI state, like you are calling any button click, and after that clicking of button their UI state is updated. So this method is calling again and again whenever you updating or maybe redraw of the UI is performing. Then deactivate is calling. So deactivate is kind of method whenever it remove from the state object of the tree. So on that time deactivate is calling, and then dispose. So it only call when object is removed permanently from the tree, and it's never built again after it. Seventh question is what is app lifecycle state? Basically, it's a very less chance that interviewer maybe ask these questions, but it is also important because it's also a part of stateful lifecycle. So this calling inside of did change app lifecycle state method, and there is four state inside of there. So inactive state is calling only for iOS, and it's called when the application is in an inactive state and user is not like application is not didn't get any input from the user. Then pause test. Paused state is calling when the application is not currently visible to the user, like user is not responding to a input, and you can say whenever your application is on background, so pause state is called. Then resume state. Resume state is called when the application is visible and your user is able to clicking action perform or maybe whatever actions responding to applications. So this resume state is called. Then called suspending. Suspending is calling only for Android, and this state is called when the application will be suspended momentarily. So eighth question is what is pubspec.yaml file? So basically it's a very important file to handling all the important things in our project like images, font, third-party packages, all the things you need to write inside of here, and also our project detail like project name, version description, and also regarding to dependency and environment variable path you need to be pass inside of there. Question is what is the difference between Flutter package and Flutter plugin? So in a simple word, package contain only Dart codes, like inside of package only Dart code files are available, but inside of plugin you can contain both Dart and native code like Android or iOS file codes also inside of plugin. Like if in a you can say a Flutter plugin is a wrapper of native code like Android and iOS code, and also you can say web code as well. But plugin or module like package or module. So inside of package or module, you can just putting inside of only Dart code files. They are not allowing any other native code files inside of here. Okay, so 10th question is what's the difference between hot reload and hot restart? So in a simple word, hot reload is just updating changes in your program, but in hot restart, they are completely remove state of your program and completely run again from the starting of the screen. Like inside of hot reload, if you calling hot reload, they allows you to reflect your changes. Maybe whenever you want to performing any widget updation, like you are edit new text of your UI, so on that time hot reload is work. But if you are performing any state updation, like you are adding any navigation, or maybe you are changing inside of pubspec.yaml file, like any dependency addition or updation in there, so on that time hot restart is work. So that's all the top 10 Flutter questions. There is a lot of questions that we need to be discussed, but video size is already too much big. So on the next part, we will include those questions as well. And also one more thing, that if you want to any questions that I need to be included in this interview question series, so please comment in below. And also if you feel that my content is informative, so please like and subscribe this video. This thing encourage me a lot. So thanks for watching. Have a good day.